Hi, this is Leonardo. Some days ago, I posted this schematic, which is it's an adaptation of a fuzz distortion to Eurorack. And as I mentioned, then this was one of the circuits I used to model in Flame in the plugin for VCV Rack, and I wanted to make a small update to the actual hardware and also to give you some audio demos. So basically, the original circuit used in Flame didn't have this gain control. It was in maximum distortion, which is just the capacitor parallel. And what I was doing in Flame, it was controlling like very finely the input gain, and I actually removed this decoupling capacitor in order to have like more asymmetric distortion. But the problem with this hardware, I mean, not in the virtual, but in the real one, it's that if you want to get interesting sounds, you need to be able of controlling very finely this input. So it needs to move very slow. It needs to be more like exponential, like very slow in the beginning, and then it can move faster. And when I built it and I was trying it, the range of control, it was very little, almost not usable. So I decided to change it. And what I did, it was removing this potentiometer and actually put a trim pot, and I added this as the main control, which what this one does, it controls in part the feedback into this stage, and also the gain. So yeah, after doing those changes, it was quite easy to adjust and use. So to give you a sound demo, what I did was, I'm using, since I don't have an audio card, I improvised a circuit with the Tinsy and the audio board for the Tinsy in order to use it as an audio card and connect it to the actual hardware, to the upgraded version. So I'm outputting a signal which is being processed externally with the hardware, and then I'm inputting back and just displaying it here. So the signal that I have as output is this triangle, and we can see what I'm getting back from the circuit. And I'm just gonna move the knob, and you can see the distortion happening. But let's hear it. So this is in the minimum setting. It does some distortion already, and yeah, if I just increase. So what I did to get this behavior, it was that the input, this input trim pot, I set this one to the minimum distortion, and then I set this one to the minimum input, and then I just started increasing it a little bit, very finely, until I got a point before it clips. So it's still a smooth input without reaching the maximum levels. And once you have it here in the point of clipping, when you move this one, it's just gonna start clipping, and you get this behavior. So here it's still smooth, and then it clips. So yeah, and this is basically the way it sounds with a triangle. So the circuit, as mentioned, is different from the one that is in Blur, but I think that is much more interesting for the hardware version, since it has a wider range of control. But instead of using the boring triangle, I'm gonna use my favorite oscillator. so it's VESEC, and what I'm outputting is 2 triangles, or 2 VESEC triangles. They sound like this. The input sounds like this without distortion, and as I start increasing the distortion, that's the maximum. It's minimum, maximum. So you get these nice distorted sounds. So if you want to build your own, this is a very simple circuit. As I mentioned, just use a trim pot here. I selected a 100K. It doesn't need to be audio, it can be a B100, and just a B1K here, and just follow the procedure that I mentioned to calibrate, and you will get this for your Eurorack.